But it's nice that it's open to anyone, even people who can't really afford to pay any money. They're welcome to come along there and join in with the fun and the exercise, keep themselves fit, and that's got to be good for everyone, including Pook. Look, don't know what she's up to, but oh, here we go. Hi again, Pook and I are out in Nongwa Park. Yet again, this is our go-to place. It's a few minutes away from where we live, and it's absolutely stunning, this place. We love it here. We're usually found here every morning and now every evening as the sun's going down, starts to cool off a little bit, and we come here to exercise, either jog or just take a stroll around the park. Tonight, I'm just gonna, when Pook's finished jumping around, tonight I'm just going to be strolling around. I've just had a big dinner that Pook cooked for me, so I'm going to be taking it easy. Yeah, have a look at this, guys. Look, every evening you get these little food vendors setting up, selling street food. Massive variety of different things to buy there. You got a lot of families come here and buy their evening meal as well. Sit on a picnic blanket or picnic mat with their family and have their evening dinner. You hear the temple in the background.
A lot of people after walking and then they stop buying something and
yeah,
more calories.
That's the thing. Yeah, you get all these people out here exercising, burning off the calories, and then straight into the food stall to top up again, those calories again.
Probably
anyway,
like walking and lost 300 calories.
Yeah.
And then
put on 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double it.
These ladies are getting ready to dance every evening. There's 3 different places here. You get these ladies. They do like it's aerobics, isn't it?
Aerobics.
And they have their music playing and they're all dancing. We might catch them when we finish off this evening. We'll see.
Wow, really fast.
One of those dance groups. This is the faster one. These ones are really, really going for it. See if we can get a little bit of film. Look at them go! I don't know how they managed to do it in this heat. Those aerobics classes, they don't charge for them as such. It's a voluntary thing. So if you want to put some money in the bucket at the end of the session, you can do. But it's nice that it's open to anyone, even people who can't really afford to pay any money. They're welcome to come along there and join in with the fun and the exercise, keep themselves fit, and that's got to be good for everyone, including Pook. Look, don't know what she's up to, but oh, here we go. Anyway, what I thought I would do in this beautiful setting, Nongwa Park, is introduce the next video that I'm doing. It's I've filmed it. I took it some time ago now, a good few weeks ago now, and I just haven't had time to get around to editing it and putting it out. But what it is, it's unusually a younger person who's living out here in Thailand. More often than not, the expats you come across, they're older guys like myself, retirement or coming up to retirement, and that's what you usually find. But this guy, Bradley's his name, he moved over here from the UK, and he's got quite a story to tell, and he's made it work for him. He's not retired, nowhere near retirement, he's in his 20s, and he's made it work for him. He's found a way through to be able to sustain himself out here and his partner, and they've got a little baby now, so he's managing to do all of that. He's found a way through. So let's get over to the video now, and like, oh, what are you doing? You're trying to steal my mask. Look at this. So let's get over to the video now, and you can see how Bradley's managed to do it.
Catch me if you can.
Huh, easy. Beautiful day, isn't it, Pookie? What a beautiful day for a ride out in the countryside. So here we are again, back in one of UDCARRENT's cars. It's the company that we always go to whenever we rent. They're based probably about 10 or 15 minutes away from where we live. They're very, very close to Udon Thani airport. Now, if you're looking for car hire in Udon Thani, they're the people to go and see. I'll put all of their details down in the description. I'll put their website, their Facebook, their phone number, and if you're flying into Udon Thani airport, just book the car through them and they'll come and meet you in the terminal, in the airport terminal, and you can come straight out with your baggage, straight into the vehicle, and off you go. All of their vehicles are new and all got Wi-Fi, beautiful condition, and their prices are very, very reasonable. So I'll put a link, like I say, to their website, and you can check out all of their latest prices. We're on our way out to see one of our subscribers, a guy called Bradley, a young guy, and he got in touch with me saying if ever you wanted to have a chat with a younger person that's moved out here, or get a younger guy's take on moving out here to Thailand, he said you're more than welcome to come and visit me and my wife, and they've got a young baby as well. So yeah, we're on our way down to his place now. What's the name of the area we're going to?
It's called Ban Nong Lak.
Ban Nong Lak.
Ban Nong Lak.
Ban Nong Lak. And it's not too far away from Pook's dad's farm as it goes. We've just turned right off of Highway 2, that comes out, isn't it?
Oh, I'm not too sure.
I think it's Highway 2. And where we turned right off the main road, if you turn left there, that takes you up to Pook's dad's farm, very close. So we're not too far away from there. So we've got about 10 minutes left of the journey. And as usual, it's been absolutely fantastic. Roads are good. One set of road works where we just slowed down a little bit, but other than that, we've had a nice clear run through. See if we can get past this guy. No, there's a bend in the road. What's his job up on the roof of that truck there, do you think? Is it a human or is it?
No, there's someone up there. This truck is kind of rubbish.
Yeah. I just wonder why there's a guy on the roof. Unless they're all fully loaded in the cab. They've probably got about 5 people in the cab. And the one who draws the short straw, he has to sit on the top of the lorry. Bit of a windy road here. Beautiful countryside though. Most of the harvesting's been done now. So here we are. What's the name of this village, Bradley?
This is Nong Lak.
Nong Lak. We're in Nong Lak, and this is Bradley.
Hello.
Someone who contacted me through the YouTube channel, and what it was, he's been watching the channel for a while, and just mentioned about, he's told me a little bit about himself, what he was doing, and said it might be an idea for people to be able to see his way of living out here, the reason that he got out here, how he came out here. And it's very, very unusual, and I'm sure that all of you will agree, someone as young as him. How old are you, Bradley?
I'm 27.
27 years old. For someone who's so young to come and move out to Thailand, a place like this. I mean, usually guys his age, they're down on the beaches, getting drunk, having a wild time, and then and this is little Leon, by the way. This is Leon. He's Bradley's son.
There we go.
So yeah, it's very, very unusual for someone his age to come out to rural Thailand, settle down to family life, and we've just had a little walk round and a quick chat before we started this, and I'll be honest with you, straight away I'll get the impression that he's got it made. It's idyllic, it really is. He's got a good lifestyle here and he enjoys it. So can we just go back? I mean, let's get a bit of history. I mean, what is your history like growing up in the UK? Where did you grow up? That kind of thing.
Growing up, I was just outside of Reading, not far outside of Reading.
Yep.
And when I was early 20s, my parents split up.
All right.
So then I moved into a friend's house in London.
Okay.
And then that didn't go as planned. So then I went as being a chef.
Okay. What were you doing as a job before that?
Before I was a bricklayer, working on site.
Right, so he's gone from being a bricklayer and then gone into being a chef.
Yeah.
Wow.
So when I was bricklaying, I was working around Reading, around Guildford, around these areas.
Sure.
So it wasn't too far from London, just going down the A3. So when I moved into London, it was still a bit of a commute, but it wasn't that bad.
Right. All the big trucks going by there.
Yeah. But yeah, the commute wasn't that bad, but then that had to stop. So then I went into chefing, because a lot of places, when you're a chef, they come with accommodation.
Okay.
So I needed somewhere to stay, so it worked out well for me.
So being a chef, did you have any formal training, or?
I did chefing when I was at school.
Oh, okay.
I did a bit of training at school.
Right.
In catering.
Yeah.
So I could do some things.
Yes.
And I knew someone who was the head chef.
Oh, right.
So it worked out well for me as well.
Of course,
I knew him from before.
Yeah. So then from being a chef, what was next?
Next step was...
Still no sign of Thailand yet, you'll
No,
notice.
this is where it comes in now. So the next step was doing a teaching course in Samui. So teaching English.
You were working as a chef.
Yeah.
Where's the transition there? What was it that made you suddenly think, right, I'm off to Samui and I'm going to train as a teacher?
Other people on YouTube in Thailand, in other Eastern Asian countries, teaching and having fun and doing different things.
Yeah.
And I thought, I've already changed course once.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to lose to change course again.
Yeah, of course.
So I might as well have some fun and see where it ends up.
Yeah. And at the time you were single, you had no ties, no commitments.
No.
So fantastic. Yeah, you're free to do what you want.
Yeah. So it was very... Because I've already said, I've already done it once. So it was easy enough for me to save up some money to then do it again. To change, have a new lifestyle, have a new... have a new everything.
Yeah, just move into a completely different area.
Have some fun.
Not meaning locality, I mean like everything in your life, changing the whole lot.
Changing the job, changing I've already changed location a couple of times, even though it's in the UK, it's still quite far apart.
Of course.
And chefing, moving again. So I've already upshifted and moved a couple of times.
Yeah, but making that transition of going out of the comfort zone of your own country or your own town, and then into a completely different location, completely different workspace.
Yeah,
that takes a bit of guts.
When going back a few years, when I was still bricklaying, I did go to America for a few months and work in a teaching camp, not teaching camp, but a summer camp.
Oh right.
So I taught some woodwork and I taught a few other things when I was there. So I had worked with children.
Yeah.
I had like experience moving again, staying there for a few months. It's still drastically different from being on site as a bricklayer.
Of course,
So then watching people doing the teaching videos, living in Asia, I thought, I can do that.
Yeah, sure.
So let's jump on that.
Fantastic.
So
So that was it. So when was it when you actually came over to Samui? When was that?
Late 2017.
2017. You went straight out there, straight into the course, or did you have a bit of a crazy time first?
No, straight into the course. I was there for like a week or so before the course started, so like settle in almost. Meet some of the people that were doing the course.
Right. How long was the course for?
Just over 4 weeks.
Oh, so only a short course. And what was the cost? How much did that work out to? Can you remember?
I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up.
All right, look it up.
I'll find out and tell you later.
Okay.
It wasn't overly expensive.
No.
It was reasonably priced for with the accommodation was included. The course. It wasn't that bad. If it was silly, stupidly silly, then I wouldn't really have done it.
No.
Because it wasn't probably
It wasn't a massive commitment.
yeah, it wasn't a massively. It would maybe say 1,300-ish off the top of my head.
Okay.
So it
English.
English, yeah, pounds.
Oh, right.
So it wasn't extreme.
No.
It was a
It's
fair
still a
bit
chunk
of
of
change.
money.
Yeah,
That's right. Yeah.
it's still a bit, but it's not massive
No.
for accommodation and for the course
Yeah.
together.
That's really good.
And I think I might have had to pay for flights on my own,
Yeah.
but again, that was only a few £100,
Ooh.
maybe £400-ish.
Yeah. Sure.
It wasn't, altogether, it wasn't that bad.
Yeah. So that was it. You paid your money.
Yeah,
You got out here,
yeah,
and you settled into the course.
yeah. Started doing the course about a week or so in,
Yep.
and then I met my wife, now wife.
Okay. So
So-
you met her while you were in Samui.
Yeah, when I was in Samui, met her,
Yep.
started chatting,
Yep.
started dating,
Yeah.
and the course had finished. And they helped some people get jobs,
Okay.
but I don't have a degree,
Right. Okay.
so they helped other people get jobs in other places.
Yeah.
But I wanted to have a little bit more money behind me,
Yeah.
so I went back to England for a few months, and then came back here mid-April,
Yep.
2018.
And you were just like a long distance relationship there,
just
staying in
chatting
touch on
the whole
phone or
time,
whatever?
chatting,
Yeah.
staying in touch.
Yeah.
And then, mid-April 2018, came out here to where we are now,
Yeah.
and then stayed here.
Amazing. Okay, so there's some work going on in the background, as you can probably hear. So what we'll do, we'll take this inside now. But on the way through, is it all right to show the shop?
Yeah.
Hang on.
Show the shop.
Yeah, we'll show the shop and your workspace
office,
where
yeah.
you're working from. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, we'll move inside. So this is inside the building. Now, Bradley's just been telling me that they've recently been doing some work here. Quite a bit of work, is it, you've done here?
Yeah, refurbished the whole main shop area.
Yeah.
And at the back, I'll show you in a minute.
So originally this was, your father-in-law was repairing motorbikes
Yeah.
and selling tyres and oil and things like that. And now what he's done is expanded this and putting all this racking in place, and it's going to be like a mini B&Q, or Thai Wasadu. You never know, it might even grow. So they're going to be doing all, if I show you, like things to do with home improvement and do-it-yourself. There's drill bits, there's different tools that they're selling.
I mean, we've still got the shading out front, so if Dad wants to work on bikes,
Yeah.
he can still take them apart and
Yeah, sure.
still undercover if it rains.
Yeah.
If
So he can carry on with the bike repair business, but also moving into this. Whose idea was it to have the do-it-yourself shop? Was it yours or? Oh, okay.
She wanted to, because we already had the shop for Dad,
Yeah.
she wanted to expand it and just make it better, make a bit more income from it.
Yeah.
So then, because she got fed up not working,
Sure.
she
Yeah.
wanted to do something.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
hadn't been working. When Leon was small, she wasn't
Yeah,
working.
yeah.
When she was pregnant, she couldn't work.
No.
So after Leon, she was like, I want to do something.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
I want to make money. I want to do
Let's
something.
build a shop. And this is interesting to me, this part here, because this area here, let me show you from outside quickly. So they've got this built up and they've built that mezzanine area up the top there. Now this is exactly, the construction of this is exactly what I want for the outdoor kitchen at our house. Steel beams, and then there's going to be a steel frame above with decking, and we're going to have waterproof membrane and everything else. And then above this, if you imagine, above this would be our patio area, and this, where we are now, is our kitchen area. And I'm so pleased that we've seen this, because the construction of this is exactly what we want back at the house. And then you've got your workspace upstairs, I take it, yeah?
So when we worked on all the downstairs, we put in a new bathroom and a new bedroom.
Downstairs there, yeah?
Yeah.
New bathroom, new bedroom downstairs.
Coming upstairs, we got an open space for Mum to do. We've got Buddha statues and things. So Mum's got
Okay, little Buddha area there, yeah.
And the mini fridge.
Yeah,
That's always handy.
of course, yeah. Save you keep running up and downstairs.
Yeah, we got safety for Leon so he doesn't have an
Yeah,
accident.
uh-huh.
And then we've got the office.
And this is the office space here. Nice space.
And I can still see everything that goes on in the shop.
Ah, right, okay.
Special CCTV.
Over here. And then this is your workspace here. Okay, so we're inside now, so the work can carry on, the workers can continue outside. Where were we? You were in Samui, you'd done your...
Yeah, I was working my way through the course. I met Oi.
Yeah.
And then
You had to come back to
mid-April, yeah, I went back to England to make a bit more money. Went back as a chef.
Yeah.
Because I knew the head chef.
In that time though, you'd already decided, I want to get back to Thailand.
Yeah.
That's going to be my life.
Because I'd finished the course, I got good marks on the course.
Yeah.
I thought I needed another change. I might as well just do it. I've got the course now.
Yeah.
I did a good marks. I might as well take it further, see where I can go.
Yeah.
So I went back, talked to the head chef because I knew the head chef.
Yeah.
Worked for a little bit.
Yeah.
Made some more money. While doing that, talking to Oi, getting to know her better.
Sure.
So that continued on.
Yeah.
And I was wondering where I can go. She said, "Come here.
Oh, right.
We have a room. You can stay with me."
Wow.
So I said, "Okay."
And when was it you actually moved out here full time?
April 2018,
April 2018. Great.
and then been here ever since. I've been back to England a couple times. I had to do a visa run,
Yeah.
and I got a new passport.
That's what I was going to ask you about, your visa. What kind of visa do you have?
So first,
Yeah.
in like 2018, I just had a tourist visa,
Right.
and then went to the office, renewed it.
Yeah.
Went to Laos, got it stamped.
Yeah.
Went to the office again, did it that way.
Yeah.
Then they saw I had too many stamps,
Sure.
so I went back to England for a little while.
Yeah.
Did I get one? And then got I got an O visa,
Okay. Yeah.
and then come back. And then a little while after I had that,
Yeah.
my father passed away.
Right.
So I went back to England again for his funeral,
Yeah.
and then got a new passport. In the meantime, between that happened, me and Oi got married. So I was gonna then go onto a marriage visa
Okay.
because I had income from work.
Yeah.
We'll get to in a minute.
Yeah.
And I had some money in the bank.
Sure.
So I thought I'd do the marriage visa. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
So I had my new passport, sorting everything out, and then we found out that Oi was pregnant.
Wow.
So we thought, put the marriage visa aside for a minute,
Yeah.
and when Leon comes, we'll get a family support visa.
All right.
So I'm here to follow Leon, as it
Yeah,
were,
sure.
to support Leon.
Okay.
So, and it's, for me, if you're married and have a child,
Yeah.
it's easier to do that.
Yeah.
It's cheaper, and it seemed quicker and easier
Yeah.
to do that visa than it did to just do a normal marriage visa.
Okay.
So that's why we did that.
So there are the options, because that's something I was interested in. For a younger person, retirement for me is the easiest option, and marriage visa easy. But yeah, so you've got the option of still doing the visa runs, well not so much at the moment because everything's in lockdown.
Yeah.
Well, most countries, sorry, I'm just keeping an eye on that red light. Yeah, so you've got the option of doing the visa run still when the countries open up again. Not at the moment though, obviously.
So for going back to the visa runs, we went to Laos a few times. We went to Vietnam.
Yeah.
And we went to Kuala Lumpur.
Okay.
So
Were you
we didn't
flying?
we flew to Vietnam and we flew to Kuala Lumpur.
Okay.
But for Laos, because it's
Across the
not far,
Friendship
yeah,
Bridge,
we
yeah.
just went over the Friendship Bridge.
Okay.
But because they got a bit funny with us during just doing the walking visa.
That's right.
So
it's
then
strange,
we
isn't it?
flew,
Yeah.
and then we could do that a couple more
Yeah.
times,
I
and
mean,
then we
but
flew again.
Even in Laos, though, I mean, doing the walking visa going across on the bridge, they frown on. Jump on a plane and do exactly the same thing, and it's absolutely fine. It's really strange,
It's
isn't
odd
it?
the way the system is. It's just odd.
Yeah. But that's something
But
else
that's
as well.
how we ended up getting around it, because we got a couple of stamps there.
Yeah.
Then they got a bit funny,
Yeah.
so we flew.
Yeah.
Then racked up another couple,
Yeah,
flew
sure.
again,
Yeah.
and then I ended up going back to England.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so coming back here, you had the qualification. What was the qualification that you got?
So the qualification is a TEFL.
TEFL,
So I
that's
teach English as a foreign language
Right. Okay.
course.
Okay.
So I did well in that. So I had that all figured out, got that all sorted.
Yeah.
So I come back here. I had an option for teaching in a school, a traditional school, or online.
Yeah.
And looking into schools, you would need a degree.
Yeah.
But because I've been a bricklayer and a chef, I didn't have a degree. So I couldn't work in a Thai school or a government school. There are special ways around it, but I didn't really want to look into that further.
No.
So then I did online. So then I like sent off my CV to a couple places,
Yeah.
and one came back to me
Yeah.
where you didn't need a degree and were able to do it. So I do that. But I work for a Chinese company, so I work in the evenings.
So, sorry, how did you find out about them? Was it something you saw advertised?
Just through online, yeah, just from researching online,
Okay.
like online teaching jobs
Yeah.
without a degree.
Right.
And a few that came up, just sent them over my CV and it worked out well.
Okay.
So it wasn't too...
So you got in touch with them and they
Yeah.
accepted you, yeah?
Yeah, all of that got accepted, say, I've been here a little while, say May 2018.
Right.
So I've been working for this company since then.
So how does it work exactly then with the teaching? They provide you with students?
Yeah, I can talk to you, we can go through it I can show you on
Oh,
the...
okay, yeah, brilliant, yeah.
So
So they supply you with students?
yeah, they arrange students. I have like a time slot.
And you can tell them what time slots you want to work, can you, or not?
Not really. Yes and no. So I have contracted hours for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yes.
From 5 Thai time till 8.
In the evening?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Saturday, Sunday from 9 till 11. Then a little break.
Yeah.
Then 2 till 1 till 3.
Yeah.
Then a little break.
Yeah.
And then 5 till 8 again.
Okay.
So they will give me students,
Yeah.
but sometimes during that whole time I won't have students.
Right.
So I can click a little toggle,
Yeah.
which is like a standby toggle,
Right.
where if another teacher doesn't show up,
Yeah.
or if they have someone new that comes,
Yeah.
then it could come to me.
They could put you
or-
straight on it.
Yeah, give me straight. And I can opt in for do extra hours. So if we weren't doing anything now,
Yeah.
I could say I want to work now Friday morning
Yeah.
or Friday later in the evening.
And you can just log in if there's anyone available
Yeah.
who needs teaching. You can.
I would have to say on the app or online that I want to be available at this time slot.
Yeah.
And then it's simple.
And so the times that you've already allocated that you'll be available to teach, if someone drops out, one of your students drops out and you're sitting here doing nothing, do they still pay you for that time?
So no, I only get paid in classroom. So if the class had already started and they didn't show up,
Yeah.
then I would get money.
Oh, okay.
If they didn't show up within, I think there's a little times buffer.
Yeah.
So if they didn't turn up or if they cancelled really close to the time, then I get a little bit of money.
Okay.
But if I'm not in class, then I don't get money. But it doesn't bother me that much because I can do other things.
Yeah.
I've got homework, I can set homework, I can mark homework, I can do other things with the company.
Okay.
Or I can just watch YouTube videos or
Sure.
do something else with it.
Well, yeah.
But I have it on, that's why I got the 2 screens.
Yeah.
So I can have the work on the bottom screen
Yeah.
and then do what I need on the top screen.
Okay.
And if they suddenly give me a pop-up class,
Yeah.
then I can go back to it, I can change.
Right.
And it's,
So doing it this way, you don't need a work visa, obviously, but you could, I would imagine, would you be able to, I don't know if you'd need a degree for it working for yourself, but I'm just thinking, if you decided to apply for a work visa and be a self-employed English teacher here, you're finding your own clients, would you be able to do something like that, do you think, or not? Or is that something that also needs a degree?
possibly would need it.
I'll tell you why I ask.
I'd have to look.
It's strange because I'll be down Mini Big C. It's happened a few times now. And I'm in there just getting a few bits and pieces. And on the way out, a woman will stop me. Excuse me, do you teach English? I say, no, I don't. I don't have a work visa. I say, oh, we need our children. We need a private tutor for our children. Okay, one thing, Bradley, I'd really like to ask you. You come from the UK as a bricklayer and as a chef. And you know, and that environment that we grow up with, to suddenly being in a holiday environment, I would say, in Samui.
Yeah.
That's where you did your course. But then to suddenly find yourself in the middle of rural Thailand, so different to anything that you probably would have experienced throughout your life before.
Yeah.
How did you find it? How did you settle in here? Were there any things that annoyed you, got on your nerves? I know so many people they can't just get to grips with certain things. I mean, how did it actually affect you being not thrown into, I won't say that, but coming into an environment like this and suddenly waking up in the morning thinking, this is my new life?
For me, because I'd already jumped around in England, I'd already gone from living in my own house to living at a friend's house to living in the top of a restaurant.
So you've had that disjointed nomad kind of thing going on,
And for a little while I stayed at my mum's, and my mum lives in France.
Sure.
So I stayed there for a bit as well during the time.
Yeah. So every time I jump, I'm just checking the battery's still working. Okay. Yeah.
So I've already had a little hop and a hop and a hop.
Yeah.
So then it was a big deal to come over here.
Yeah, doing a hop and a hop and a jump into. Wow, what's this?
It's very drastic.
Yeah.
And I was unsure how it would go, but for me, I'm a very chill, I would say, a chill person.
And flexible, I would imagine. So you can look at something, and just slot into the environment.
Yeah, fit in. It was a little bit disjointed almost at the start.
Yeah, of course.
To getting used to different things.
Yeah.
How they would go to temple, how they would do different things.
Yeah.
It was a bit jarring. But then after a few months, everything sort of connected it together and it worked out fine.
And you just sort of like fell into place.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, of course, is the family thing. Always devotion to her family. You would have seen now moving here.
No. In England, I was close to my immediate family.
Yeah.
But then after the parents split up, everyone sort of split up.
Yeah. Sure.
My sister went to university.
Yeah.
My mum ended up moving to France. So, and then I was living in London.
Yeah.
From my cousins and that, we were already, and sister and mum, we were already far.
On your own path,
Everyone had already split up.
Yeah.
So then it makes it a lot different and harder here because there's so much of a time difference.
Of course.
But after I'd already done a little step, taking a big step wasn't so much of an issue for me because everyone would have already been separated.
Okay, something else that's just sprung to mind is from being that fragmented to suddenly being in a Thai family, which is so tight, tight knit. You know what it's like. You lived it. So
it was very different at start because Oi's mum is always here.
Yeah.
And our house is a bit separate from the shop, but they often live and stay in the shop.
Yeah.
They do have another house in the village.
Okay.
This is all Oi's, but they often stay here.
Yeah.
And having her nephew here and dad and cousins next door.
Yeah.
I was close to my cousins, but I had to drive an hour to see them.
Sure, yeah.
Whereas here, we just knock on next door.
That's right. They just wander in. And of course.
If someone's if I want to do something on the computer and I've got Leon, I can just ask cousin next door, take Leon for a little bit.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because I've experienced it. I've got friends, I won't say who they are, but I've got friends who have said that when they decided to settle, part of it was they wouldn't live close to the family because they didn't like that. They felt like they were being imposed on, but I don't see it as that.
At the start I came a little bit like that, but then now I've just sort of gone into it, and it's nice having
the benefits far outweigh the disadvantages, don't they?
It's nicer having mum and dad here, to especially with the baby, to help. I'll take care. I've got to work. Or he's gone to the shop. Take care with Leon.
Yeah, sure.
Because if I've had a couple lessons with Leon involved because there was no one else here. Yeah. And I can do it, but it's not ideal. It's not what I would prefer way of doing it. No. So it's as you said, the benefits far outweigh the negatives.
Yeah, sure.
Sometimes if I want to have a shower and want to get clothes hanging out in the dryer, I can't quite do something like that. Yeah. But it's okay. It works out fine.
And of course, apart from those times that you've committed to the teaching, that's when you can do exactly what you want whenever you want. And it's an awful lot of time, isn't it? Compared with life back in the UK, that shift in work and life balance, like quality, what I call quality life, it reverses, doesn't it? Yeah. It's almost all work in the UK and very little quality time.
Yeah, when I was as chef, I was doing like 70-hour weeks.
Horrendous, yeah, I've heard.
And then even working on site, I was doing long because even though I was living in London, I was still driving almost an hour to Reading.
You've got that as well, yeah.
Driving and then working a 9-hour day, then driving back.
Yeah,
that's a long day.
Of course it is, yeah.
And then...
Whereas here you just wander upstairs.
Yeah, wander upstairs, work for a handful of hours.
Yeah.
Weekend I work a lot,
yeah.
but during the week it's relaxing. If we want to go to the city, we go to the city. If we want to spend the day at the farm, we go to the farm today.
It's the same as us. We've got that kind of flexibility. I'm committed to Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. I'm committed to 30 minutes maximum. That's my absolute commitment with the Forex trading that I do. After that, I usually trade myself anyway to make money that way. But other than that, every single moment of our time is just doing exactly what we want when we want.
Yeah.
And that makes such a big difference.
From being so structured in the UK, working on site, doing decent brickworking, then everything's got to be properly measured and properly plumbed and gauged and everything. It's very strict. With minimal sort of leeway. Then doing chefing is the same. Everything's got to be strict and
the hygiene.
Cooked. Hygiene. Everything's very strict. And then come here teaching. So relaxing. Because with this, I will show you in a minute. The classes are already set up. So it's like it's almost like a PowerPoint.
Okay.
So I click through the slides, talk about each thing. I don't have to lesson plan. I don't have to worry too much. No. Just have to keep the children engaged.
Of course,
and make sure they don't do anything drastically wrong, say the wrong thing. Maybe I've got toys and that, play some games if we've got some free time. Do something interesting with them. And that's it.
I didn't realise it'd be like this. I thought that you would be... I mean, what's the age range of people that you're teaching?
Youngest, I would say 4-ish, to then some of the oldest is 15.
Okay. So because I've heard there's a big market here for working with adult students as well.
When I was in Samui doing my course, we went to schools. This is why I chose this course instead of another course or like an online course. Because in the course in Samui, we went into Thai schools. We went to 2 or 3 different Thai schools and to teach children in different age groups. Then we also went into 2 adult learner age groups to teach like learning support teachers in a Thai school to help them with their English, and another mixed group of Farangs doing a teaching course for their visa.
Okay.
So we had in the Farang course we had Russian and French guys, and they were all different nationalities. I think there might have been one Thai girl as well. But they were all different nationalities and had different abilities. Okay. So that's why I like that course, because it gave you more experience and actually going into the school, teaching the people and seeing how that would be. Instead of just, if I just did an online course, I wouldn't get that interaction.
No, of course not. No, you really need that that one-to-one interaction with other human beings. I can understand that. So, shall we have a look at the course that the stuff that you work with?
Okay.
Right. So we're just having a little look at the online system that they use for teaching. So what are we looking at the moment?
So this is like a slide almost. So when I'm teaching, this will be a lot bigger and cover up the full screen. But I can preview them, so then I get an idea of what the class will be.
Okay.
So, and then I'll just click next, and it will start talking about shopping. Where have you been to the shops? What sort of shopping experience do you like? What do you like to buy? And then we can have bananas, bunch of, packet of, carton of. So we can talk about products that they like, products that they know of, and then I just work my way through the slides.
All right.
What can we have here? What is this? A jar of, a carton of what for? Strawberry jam.
So this is going out like a live webinar, and you've also got you've got voice from them as well.
So I would have in the corner, I'd have a video screen of me. And then just under of them. And then this would be big, and I've got a little writing pad here, so I can draw and write on the screen as well.
I see,
So I can circle the strawberry jam. and say, do you like strawberries? I'll talk about that.
Yeah.
I can circle different things. I can get them to write as well.
Okay.
I can get them to write in the word.
So they can take control of the screen as well.
So that me and them have both got a pen.
Yeah.
So I've got a different colour pen, and
Yeah.
they've got a different colour pen.
Oh, I see. And these lessons, this is all organised by the company you're working with, so you don't have to think, right, what do I do next with these people?
No.
They've got it all ready for you, you log in and it's there ready for you to go.
Everything's ready.
Sounds great.
And
Okay, so just to wrap this up really, it's about going back to your age again. You're 27 now, and someone so young being out here, it's not often that you see it, especially settling down like this. But regarding income and things like that, you're doing this. I mean, what could you say to other young people who might be considering doing what you're doing? You know, they're worried about will they be able to make enough money to stay here? You know, what kind of options are there for younger people who wanted to go down this route?
if you have a degree and you can, if you wanted to work in a brick and mortar school, you can make a living off that, decent enough. I chose to do online because I wanted to have a little bit more free time.
Of course.
And it's about the same. I work technically part-time, the amount of hours I work is really part-time. But I make just about the same as if I did in a proper school. And that's enough for me and the family to live off. Basically, it's our only income. We've redone the shop to have a little bit extra from that.
Well, that's growing. You're going to be improving. It's expanding a bit in your mind.
And originally, only Dad had the shop for bike repairs, and Oi's now taken it over, and she's going to slowly start working in the shop more and doing it up a bit more when it's finished. But really, you can live off the income from this. I could choose to do more hours if I had the time and if I wanted to make better money.
If it was someone who didn't have the commitments that you've got of a family, a young son,
you could make it.
You could work more hours to do this, but you would still. It's not like you're going to be working the kind of hours you'd work back in the UK. You would still have a nice quality of life, I would imagine.
Because the company that I work with here is in China. So for Thailand, it's only an hour different. So it gives me a lot of flexibility and a lot of time. You could do another company in another country, and the time zone might be a bit different, so you'd have your free time at different time, relevant to the country that you're in. But for me, this works out fine, and you could easily, all I need is a good Wi-Fi connection, good internet connection, and if I was single, I could go to Vietnam, I could go travelling more to different places
and work from wherever you are.
Work from wherever, as long as the hotel or the resort had good and fast Wi-Fi speed.
Of course.
You could travel and do this in many different places. Because I've been to England a couple of times now. As long as my friend, people that I stay with friends and family. But as long as I've got a good enough Wi-Fi, I would teach at their house.
Just do the same thing?
Just instead of it being in the evening here, it's bright and early in the morning.
That's
right,
there. You'll have to get up in the morning.
So I'd have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to teach. But then after that I'd finish teaching at 8 a.m. and then I've still got most of the day free.
That's right.
Even though I'm up really early, I can still got most of the day in the UK to do what I want.
That's right.
And then as long as I get to bed early, it's okay.
Right.
It works out fine.
One thing I will ask, just reminded me something. I mean, what's the company like? If you decided that you wanted to have a month living in a country that didn't work out with their times, it'd be like 2 in the morning or something. Are they okay with you taking time off?
You can take time off, but I don't think they're okay with taking like long-term time off.
Okay.
If I wanted the weekend off, I could ask for it, and I would end up most likely get it. But it depends. If I asked for, if now I ask for tomorrow off, then I might get fined a little bit. Like
because they've already
set
lessons up. Of
but
course.
if I said to it more in advance, then it wouldn't matter that much. Depends how close to the next time you're teaching
of course,
is.
And then they can reschedule the lessons. The people you'll be working with, they can put those onto other people. Sounds like a great situation. It really does, and you're obviously happy.
Yeah.
It's an incredible lifestyle out here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't think people realise it. You know, talking to friends back home, and I'll just post something. In fact, I hold back a lot of the time because it's almost like you're rubbing salt in the wounds of some of the people who've got a dreadful life and dreadful work style back home.
I almost do it purposely to rub it.
Look at this.
So yeah, because some people, some things I see posted on Facebook or posted, and they'll act all miserable and and then they'll just do a picture of Leon Leon outside on the farm and be like,
4 hours work, and
this.
then I've got the rest of the day. But that's the thing. You've just said it. Anyone can do it, can't they?
Yeah.
But they always feel that they're confined by their possessions, their house, their little trinkets they've got around the house. They can't ever imagine being without them.
Yeah, people, especially my sort of age, get it in their head, get it ingrained into them. They've got to do this. They've got to work for the holiday.
Yeah, that's
Whereas here, my holiday is my work, and I stay here. And
it's a permanent holiday.
Yeah. If I want to do anything fun, go and do something fun. Want to go to a nice temple down by the river, go down by the river.
Well, that's it. Yeah, in Udon Thani Airport, what, say 30 minutes away from here, 45 minutes away from here.
45-ish.
Jump on a plane, go down to the beach, and stay there for 3 months if you want. The actual cost of it is very, very inexpensive. Good Wi-Fi connection, and you've still got the income as if you're indoors. People can't grasp that because they're so restricted,
so set in their ways and
by their
working,
it's
holiday.
Indoctrinated into them. And like I say, a lot of it I think is because they can't let go. You know, I was in a position where I lost the business and I lost my house. I had a beautiful big house in Bexley, what people think is the lifestyle. And then suddenly thinking, I've got to get rid of this, and I've got nowhere to put all this stuff, all these things I'd collected.
But
and
I had already lost everything. I was already living out of a suitcase. So I was already, when I moved to my friends, I managed to set up things there, move a lot, but I still had all my brickwork tools, all my tools. When I ended up then going in as a chef, I had to give, like Dad's house, just shoved all my tools in the garage. Put all, and then just had a bag of clothes.
Yeah, that's right.
And then so all I did was move that bag of clothes to Thailand.
Yeah. Well, because
I'd already given up everything. I was just.
Well, before I gave it all up, I'm thinking, what can I do? And I even started to get prices on storage. And I thought, right, store all this stuff. But then what? Then what am I going to do with it? So in the end, I just thought, I'll get rid of it, and I gave loads to the charity shops of friends, expensive things that were worth anything I sold. Now, I mean, when we moved here, we were living together in the UK for 7 years, around about 7 years before we actually made it back here, permanently. And we didn't have a lot, we kept a real kind of minimalistic, but even so, you know, you've got like the cooking stuff and all that all just got given away. And then when we came to Thailand, all we've got some clothes that we've left with a friend, and I've got 2 guitars, electric guitars I've left with a friend, and we're going to go back to England one day and bring them back, or he'll bring them over for us. But other than that, we moved here with 3 suitcases and 1 guitar, and that was it. And look at us, you know, we've got a great life now.
When Mum and Dad split up, my mum ended up going to France. I moved some things with her that I didn't immediately need, but might do future, like books and things like that. Stayed with Mum because they're safer there. My brickwork tools and all them tools ended up going to Dad because they were closer. If I needed them, I could access them. And it was easier. But then I didn't need anything.
When you get to that day when you don't need it, isn't it kind of like? It's like a big sigh of relief.
If we wanted to, I don't know for Leon's education or something later in life. If I needed to go back, I could still teach. I could go back on site. I could go back as doing. I could get extra income from doing other things.
Well, you've added
and
to your
potentially keep this teaching.
Of course,
Just get up even earlier. Do this.
That's right.
And still work on site. Still go chefing.
Or of course, as you said earlier on, if you were moving back to the UK long term for your son's education, you just find another company that does the same kind of thing that suits your times in the UK.
That works better time zone.
Amazing.
Just, I would say, me being young gives me more options. Because I can stay here, I can go wherever with the work. And with Leon, we can go back to the UK.
Yeah.
We could potentially go to France because Mum's staying in France.
Yeah.
We could do something else. We can still travel and do things.
Yeah.
Having Leon as just an extra there
Yeah, sure.
with us.
Yeah, of course.
Whether we go back to England, sort something out, sort out our house, we could still do that.
Yeah, that's great. It's been amazing speaking to you, and I'm sure that there's so many people, an audience that I've probably never tapped into before, who are looking at like us older guys and how we're living out here, and the young guys thinking, yeah, it's all right for you, you know, you've done your work, but now seeing someone who's actually doing it at this young age, that's got to be inspirational for so many people, and I'm glad that we've been able to open it up to more people like that. It's great. Really appreciate it. Thanks very much for your time. It's been great.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome up again.
Thank you.